Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Ellie. Sit back, relax, grab a drink, enjoy the comfort of this really bad Modern Warfare 2 gameplay. Obviously, you've read the title, and it is quite a dark topic, so I hope you find some relatability in it. I hope it helps, because I promise I have a bit of a positive message by the end of it. It's honestly more just me ranting about my teenage years, so I hope you can relate in a way. And yeah, I didn't think I'd live past 18. So I just wanted to talk about how I feel kind of lost, because I didn't really plan for anything as an adult. I feel like I just don't know how to live an adult life, because I just didn't think I'd make it this far, and now I just don't really know what I'm supposed to do with the rest of my life. Since I was a teenager, I've had a lot of anxiety, and I get super depressed a lot, and I never really knew why. There wasn't really a reason. There wasn't a particular traumatic event that started it. It just kind of happened. I grew up in a middle class area. I had a very safe and comfortable life growing up, and my family have always been super supportive and caring and loved me. But for some reason, I felt deeply, deeply sad, and it was around when I turned 14 to 15 and I started understanding the world around me a lot more. I started meeting different people with different backgrounds. I started just being more switched on to the world around me. I started watching the news, and I had this sort of feeling of betrayal. I felt like everything I knew was just a lie, and I felt like I was lied to by the world around me. And I think a lot of it comes back to secondary school, or just becoming a teenager, and just all the new experiences you have, and the things you feel as a teenager. I hated secondary school. I'm sure a lot of people can relate, especially in this kind of gaming sphere. I felt super out of place. I felt like I didn't really fit in. I kind of bounced between groups. I never really had a permanent friend group. I was friendly with everyone I spoke to, but I didn't feel like I particularly belonged anywhere. But yeah, my first couple years of school, age 12 to 13, I didn't really socialize at all. I'd just go to my classes, I'd do my homework in my lunch breaks, I'd finish at 3:15, and I'd just go straight home. I'd get straight on the PlayStation and just play video games for the rest of the evening, because I'd done all my work. Made my first trick shot YouTube channel around there. I was a proper squeaker on the microphone, trying to do trick shots, and it was terrible. But yeah, I just didn't enjoy school. I just wanted to escape. I just wanted to get straight home and play video games. I don't know what it is about school. It just completely breaks your self-confidence, and I just didn't feel like I belonged there at all. Then I turned 14 to 15, and I remember having a bit of a glow up. I was a bit more confident, started gaining a bit of a friend group. I was hanging out after school now. I wasn't gaming as much because I had things to do. And I started dating people for the first time, stuff like that. It was just first experiences, lots of new things. I really miss the feelings I was gaining around those times, because there was an innocence to it. You're just learning so much, and you have no cares about the world around you, because you haven't learned it yet. The biggest problem in the world for me right then was what time we're gonna meet up, worrying if someone I had a crush on liked me back, or just super small things that didn't really matter. And just I miss having small fallouts with people. I miss having small heartbreaks, when someone just doesn't like you back, and it feels awful, but it is sort of just small and doesn't really mean anything. Do you know what I mean? I miss those things, because yes, everything just became more serious. The experiences I was having got super intense. I started encountering, rather than people falling out over silly things, it was more about rumors, and it wasn't about who's dating who anymore. It's these allegations against people, and it was more things about actual serious stuff that affect people, yeah, I just knew so many people going through traumatizing events now, and it wasn't innocent anymore. It was just scary, and I found myself trying to help these people, and I just felt so much anxiety and stress, and suddenly it felt like I had a weight on my shoulders. And on top of that, schoolwork started becoming more serious. I had so much more pressure now. I had to hit my grades, but I also just wanted to have fun. Like I said, I was really good at school too, at least the first couple of years. I did all my homework, I went to all my classes. I was like one of those high achiever kids. I even got put into this club. Like, I was selected by my school to go visit a university and study a university philosophy module alongside my schoolwork. So like, I had high expectations, but I was also like a creative person too. I loved drawing, I loved writing stories, I loved music, and I loved video games. So I had all these things that I love, but I felt like I was getting pressured into things I didn't really want to do. Like, I was good at them, but I just wanted to be like creative. When you're around this age as well in the UK, you have to pick your GCSEs, which are the subjects you're going to proper study and be graded on. I picked a lot of creative stuff, like music and arts and stuff like that, but all the teachers around me and the people around me were kind of more encouraging me to pick like the smart kid subjects. And I didn't really want to do them, but there was sort of this expectation that because I was a high achiever, I should do those subjects. Sorry if this sounds like I'm flexing. I don't know. Like being good at kind of most things. I obviously I had struggles as well, but yeah, I don't know what it was. It was just, yeah, I could easily get schoolwork done. Do you know what I mean? But then it just felt like there was a pressure to keep doing it, and then I felt like I shouldn't let my potential go to waste. And I think somewhere around this time I just started to slip because I just didn't really enjoy it, but I felt so much pressure. And then my grades started dropping, I had less motivation, I was less focused in class, I wasn't doing my homework, I started going to classes less, I wasn't handing things in on time, like everything just felt so much more serious. Just like my social issues and my school issues, like, and I just couldn't handle it. I felt like when you're young at primary school, they teach you to be kind and be a good person, and if you just try your best, things will work out fine. But around this age, I started feeling like my best wasn't enough anymore. I felt like I used to be able to do all the work. I used to be able to help my friends and make people laugh and happy and have fun, but now I felt like nothing I was doing was enough. I couldn't fix people's problems. I couldn't even do my homework on time. People would just assume I was just lazy, and it wasn't that I was lazy, I just couldn't do it. And I don't know what it was, I just didn't have any motivation anymore. I couldn't find motivation to do anything. I think there was just so much more pressure, and I was starting to understand the world isn't as optimistic as the adults kind of made it out to be. Suddenly I'm a teenager, and I'm more switched on to the real world and what it really is. And I'm having conversations with adults, and I'm watching the news, and it became more like I vividly remember when my brain was switched on to anything political. Like, I don't want to get too political, but I remember just watching the news, and it was in the morning, it was with my parents, and I think my little brother was there. I was probably like 13 or 14, and if you're from the UK, you might remember this story, when a little boy called Alan Kurdi was found drowned on a beach, and he was 3 years old, and his family were like fleeing, I think it was Syria, to find safety. I remember just being like, this is awful. Like, a child is drowned. Do you know what I mean? A 3-year-old has been found dead. Like, that's bad. But then the adults and the people on the news are like debating it. And I'm sat there thinking, like, what is there to debate? Like, a child is dead. Like, what's going on? And they're debating, like, should we show compassion? Like, and I'm sat there thinking, like, I don't really care about any of this. I just care that a child has died. Do you know what I mean? Like, and everything was just so serious now. Everything was so not about doing the right thing anymore. It was just about arguing about it rather than doing something about it. And I think I just started realizing, like, life just really isn't simple anymore. Just everything was so serious now. And I think I just started feeling, like, betrayed. Like, this innocent, comfortable life that I thought was real was just a lie. And I started feeling a huge amount of guilt. I felt awful about everything that was happening to me, knowing that there are other people out there that are going through so much worse, so why should I feel guilty? I just felt little confidence in myself. I was stressed all the time with schoolwork. I wish that I could change things. I wish I could make the world a nicer place, but there was nothing I could do. Everything just felt like it was going wrong all the time. I thought I was a high achiever, and now I'm not. I thought if you work hard, you'll be okay, but I was working hard and things were getting worse. I thought you should show unconditional kindness, but now everything has a condition to it. I just felt like everything I thought was true about myself and about other people and about the world, like, it just wasn't true. And I think at this point, I just kind of broke. I felt so hopeless and deeply sad. I couldn't help my friends or people I loved. I couldn't help people worse off than me. I couldn't help myself. No matter how hard I tried, I just felt awful at the time. And sure, I had moments of happiness. I have good memories too around these times, but the more I thought about it, the bad just sort of outweighed the good. I started to lose everything I cared about. I lost my respect for, like, adults and people I thought I respected. I lost my faith in God. I lost who I thought I was. And I just started to not want to try at all anymore. I started to crave never having learned about the world around me. And I started to wish I had never felt anything at all. I started to wonder, like, what if I didn't exist? What if I was just gone? Would it be better? I was still a child, like, I was 16 years old, having, like, this huge existential crisis. And I just didn't plan for a future ahead of me because I just didn't see myself making it that far. And I just felt guilty, and I felt guilty for feeling guilty, and it was just a constant loop. So yeah, I'm sorry if this is super depressing. I promise I do have a sort of positive message at the end. But yeah, I'm like 22 now, and I just didn't prepare to get this far. Like, 16-year-old me didn't even think I'd make it past 18, and now I'm 22. And it's a great thing because I'm here, you know, things do get better, you just have to keep trying. But at the same time, I'm here, and I'm so lost because I just don't have anything planned out. I really didn't think I'd make it, and now I've just kind of got this survivor's guilt. I don't know if anyone feels the same, but yeah, making it to adulthood and just not knowing what you're supposed to do because you haven't planned it. Right now, I feel like I'm still searching for something that will make me feel complete. I just don't know what it is, and I don't know how to find it, and I just don't know how to live the rest of my life. Don't get me wrong, I am happy I'm here, I just feel lost. So yeah, I guess leave a comment if you're experiencing anything similar, if you feel lost, if you just feel like you don't know what to do with your adult life. I guess I just want to end on, if you are feeling anything that I've spoken about, you do just have to keep trying, because you will make it. And I know it sounds stupid because you've probably heard it over and over again. I know I used to get pissed off when I'd hear that because I heard it over and over again. But I know it's true because it's happened to me. Like, I didn't think I'd make it this far, but here I am. And I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I do know all you can do is just keep going. And we don't know what we're going to do next. Even if we feel lost right now, just know if you do keep trying, things will be okay. So yeah, I guess I'll end it there. Thank you for listening. If you feel anything, like if this has brought any feelings out of you, leave a comment, let me know. I'm really appreciating seeing all these kinds of Call of Duty commentary videos where we do just kind of rant and vent and be there for each other, because it's nice to have a community like this. So yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.